this masterclass, this program, they can join right now because we are going to start. We'll wait for some time for others to join, and you can let your friends know, give them a reminder that they can join the session now. And also, please let me know if I'm audible and clear to you all. Okay, great. So we'll wait for some time. We will start the session sharp at 4:10. So till then, you can let your friends know that we are about to start. They can join the Zoom link, and also it is live on YouTube as well. So if they find any difficulty joining the Zoom meeting, then they can join through YouTube Live. They can watch the masterclass, and but I would suggest all of you to join the Zoom link because here you can interact, you can clear your doubts. So we will also have a little time for solving your queries, anything that you want to know, you are having issues with your learning plans. So that's why it's advisable to for you all to join the Zoom meeting to make this session interactive. Okay. Good evening, students. So yeah, we are waiting for others to join. So I've asked all of you to let your friends know as well who have signed up for this program, and they can join right now. We will start at 4:10. So till then, they have time to join the Zoom meeting, and ask them to join the Zoom meeting because here they can clear their doubts, ask questions, and it is going to be an interactive one. If there's any difficulty, like you are trying but not able to join due to any technical glitch, then you can definitely watch it on YouTube because it is live in YouTube. Good evening, all of you. So 2 more minutes, then we will start the session. Okay, so it's 4:10 now, and we are now officially going to start our masterclass one. So good evening to one and all present here. I warmly welcome all of you in today's masterclass one of the Crack Your Career AI powered placement assistant of our first autumn certification program. So I know all of you are really excited and curious at the same time to know what's in store for you in this masterclass one. So over the course of this program, you will be learning a lot of practical and insightful strategies to enhance your career journey, and you will also improve in how to present yourself professionally and to understand, and you'll understand how AI is going to like transform your placement preparation. And this masterclass marks the beginning of that journey. And I'm sure that it is going to be very engaging and enriching for all of you. And for that, we have with us today our special guest, Sudhi Agarwal. Sudhi Agarwal is an ed tech leader and AI advocate, driving future tech skilling at CSR Box as manager. And with 5 years of experience across JetLearn, Pratham, Whitehead, Junior, to do Skill Up, and Think Cloudly, she has trained thousands in coding, data analytics, and AI. Passionate about making technology accessible, she also designs impactful programs and curriculum that bridge industry needs with classroom learning. She also inspires students to see AI as a tool for creativity and innovation and opportunity. We are truly honored, Sudhi Agarwal, to have you with us to share valuable insights and experiences that will surely inspire and guide the participants. So, without taking much time, I would now like to hand over the session to Sudhi Agarwal to begin today's Masterclass 1 of Crack Your Career AI Powered Placement Assistant. Over to you, Sudhi.
Thank you so much, Tanmita. And a very good evening to everyone present. How are you all? Good evening, everyone. So, my name is Sudhi Agrawal. Let me know if you all can see my screen. I hope it's visible.
Yes, it's visible, Sudhi.
All right. So, I want to know from all of you, the students over here, how how is your experience going on? And like you know that today's session is mostly on career development and how we can leverage AI so that we can upskill ourselves, right? So let me know. First, I want to know from all of you what all AI tools you have used, okay, and how you have used them so far, so that I can help you enrich your knowledge, the power of AI in terms of upskilling yourselves and also presenting yourselves professionally when it comes to all the job posting portals like LinkedIn, etc. So, would like to know first from all of you, then I should begin. Okay, you all have used chatbots, is what I understand. Have you all used Chat GPT, etc.? Give me a quick thumbs up if you have. Yes, correct. Perplexity, DeepSeek. What else? DeepSeek. Okay. All right. So, firstly, I've see whenever we talk about GPTs or LLM models or AI, we generally think about Chat GPT. Correct. Now we have so many names over here, like Mid Journey. We have the other names like Claude, Gemini, right? For different types of requirements. Okay. And that's what we are going to see today. And also for whatever requests you have. For example, for building your CV, what all AI you can use, how you can make ATS friendly CVs, right? Along with that, if you want any help with the projects, if you want any help with whatever your task is, in those cases you will be using all different types of GPTs. Okay, it's not just one that we usually and casually hear, that is Chat GPT, but we have a specific GPT or an AI for a specific task. That's what we are going to learn. All right. So I think we shall begin with our session now. Okay. So the agenda for the session is firstly to understand and experience how you can use your IBM skills build even there in that platform. I hope all of you are already registered, so you must have already seen the platform. And have you all done any type of AI related course over there? If you can just let me know in the chat box first. Anyone? Okay. So on your platform as well, there are multiple courses on AI which you can learn, which you can actually go through, because there are many self-paced courses, self-paced learning courses that you can experience, and also you can build up your CV accordingly. If you have multiple certifications with the organizations like IBM, obviously your CV becomes more and more interesting, right? Then what we are going to cover is the essentials of job application, how you can leverage AI for job readiness, and certain questions that usually are asked in interviews, right? So, this is basically going to be a career development session, but we are going to use AI mostly for that. So, we learn how to, you know, uh, efficiently work with AI and how to create our environment in such a manner so that using AI and what all skills we have, we can build our CVs, we can build our career in a proper way. Okay. So I hope everyone is ready now. Okay, great. All right. So since it is a career development session, I would like to have certain questions with all of you first. Let me know, what do you understand by career development in general, or what do you think a good career looks like? So suppose, think like if I am supposed to hire you, all of you, or you are going to hire someone for your job, what kind of yes, what kind of properties you want in that particular person? What are the qualities, the strengths, or the weaknesses, and how would you know that if people are strangers, right? You do not really know everyone. So how will you know all this about that particular person? Okay, Parag says career means having a life that we want. Okay, technical skills. What else? Experience, future proof, and good pay. Okay, soft skills, enhanced. Okay, enhanced skills is what I understand. Soumya is about like according to what you have written. Okay, so a lot of you have said a lot of skills, talked about a lot of skills like problem solving, communication skills, soft skills. You said technical skills. Some of you said, working with management, cross functionals, right? So now let's understand, yes, digital work, or let's put it in that way. We have tech knowledge, right? Tech. Somebody do not need to be completely a tech geek, but someone who has certain knowledge or working knowledge of digital infrastructures, right? I think that would make more sense. Now, if I'm supposed to hire someone, how will I know all this about that person? Anyone? How will I know? Suppose, okay, let me, their previous works or project by the resume, all right? Yes. So mostly it's resume, their LinkedIn, right, Monisha? It can be the project. So considering all these things that you all have said, tell me, what do you think about your experience right now? Can you put an emoji in the chat box, or you can react using an emoji and tell me what do you, how worried, or how would you like to represent your career to me when it, using an emoji? Let's try to interact as much as possible. Okay. So yes, some of you might have a lot of issues, like somebody would be anxious, somebody would think that I'm strong because my CV is strong, somebody would be confident, someone can be overwhelmed also, right? Yeah, Abhishek, I just asked, how would you react to your career right now? What do you think about your career? Are you anxious, or you feel that you're confident, you're good, you have built your skills and your CV accordingly so that you can, uh, you know, sit in the interviews, right? Now, why is this question asked? It is to understand, it is to tell you that your career is not like a sprint. It is going to be a marathon. You build it one after the other. Okay. Any person you see in the leadership, or any person you see excelling in their careers, they do not go from 1 to 10 directly. There's a lot of work that is done, right? At the back end, every project that they do, every certification that they do, the skills that they gain, and also the live examples or live experience of those skills matters a lot. That is why this question was asked to you, that to understand that your skilling is a part of your career journey and developing a good career. Along with it, you do not have to think that in just one day you can reach from 0 to 100. It is going to be like a marathon. Slowly, steadily, you're going to build it. And that's how you keep on updating. That's why, people say that you have to update your CVs, your resumes, which is the reason why we are here, to understand how and what all different techniques we can use to build that. All right. So now is my screen visible? Still visible to everyone? Yeah. Okay. Now let's understand one thing. Your career is not your job. Okay. It's your personal brand. For example, if you want to work in a certain field, you build it one by one. That's why we say, right? It is a marathon. You are going to take steps one after the other, and that's how you're going to build it strong enough so that you can represent yourself on any social media platform when it comes to job, or maybe the professional social media platforms like LinkedIn, etc. Okay. So now let's see how we can actually go to that situation, and how we can actually, become future ready. Along with that, not just being future ready, but also keeping up, updating ourselves, and CVs, our resumes, and even the LinkedIn profiles, etc. So I'll give you the live working examples of all these things. All right. Now, all of you, I would like strengths or weaknesses. So when it comes to strengths, you do not have to think a lot. Just think what you are naturally good at, what energizes you, maybe, or you can just do a self assessment, just an honest self assessment. Think of your strengths quickly and write it in the chat box. Okay, self motivated person. Yeah, Ranjita, my question is, can you identify your strengths? That means, can you think of 3 or 4 things that you're naturally good at? Okay, time management, technical skills, leadership skills, etc. Confidence. Okay, what else? Communication, confident. Okay. So these are certain skills that you could think for yourself, right? Now, every time, whenever we are thinking about our strengths, we have to think about our skills, right? So there are 2 types of skills that we generally look up to when it comes to job profiling and also filtering for the jobs. So these are soft skills and hard skills. Soft skills are the ones, for example, confidence, communication skills, time management, etc. So these are the soft skills. For example, team building, right? Team player. All these comprises of soft skills, which are, which a person is naturally good at, and also it has been developed throughout their life. Okay, with the experience also, and with all the learning that we have. Then comes hard skills, which are generally the technical skills or the core knowledge skills. Okay. Now, these hard skills can be any. It depends on person to person and also their interests. For example, someone can be data analyst. The other person can be a good story writer. A third person can be good at products, right? Developing softwares, applications, etc. Some other person can be good at operations, right? So, or they are working in those fields. So hard skills are the ones that you acquire through the certifications, through your, I would say, through your degrees, and through the work that you do, your internships, your projects, all these things. Soft skills are the ones that you can naturally develop with time to time. Now, in your CV, both of these things are required, because depending on your soft skills and hard skills, your career is made. Okay. So whenever you're thinking of developing your CV, you have to first focus on your skills, which are the core skills that the person should have. Soft skills are non-negotiable, because if you do not have soft skills, then only knowledge will not be sufficient, because it will not let you upskill in your journey. Along with that, it will not let you work with a lot of people and big organizations until and unless we do not have communication skills, confidence, etc. Right? So these are required for putting your ideas in front, working in a team, working collaboratively, working with different stakeholders. So you must have heard things like stakeholder management, critical thinking, problem solving attitude, a team player or a leader, strategic analyst. All these words, these are not random or vague words. These words matter a lot depending on, what kind of nature by default you have and what all you have developed, so that those types of roles are aligned to you. Okay, so now we'll do a quick activity. If you all are on your mobile phones or even on your laptops, it works for both of you. You can just quickly open your chat GPT. Sorry, I'm going to show it to you live over here. Quickly, let's just open our GPT, or you can open any other LLM model. That's not a problem. Here, I want you to write the skills that you have. You can mention some of the hard skills. Let's say, a person can be good at Excel, Word, making presentations. Someone could be good at content writing, blogging, right? All these things. So it depends on what is the core knowledge base that you have acquired. Maybe if you are, engineers, you can write about your engineering degree, or if you're from other degrees, you can write about that. So whatever you have learned, okay, technically, or in your degrees or in your certification programs, you're going to write that first. These will be your hard skills. Then comes your soft skills, which will actually tell you the roles that you're good, that you can actually um, work in, and you will be able to manage well. Okay, so let's first write the hard skills and the soft skills. I'm going to put some random hard skills and soft skills over here. Okay, so I'm going to write a generic one. I want all of you to do it according to yours. Okay, so there's no judgment, obviously. So I would want all of you to do a lot according to your skills that you have. And let's see what ChatGPT will give us as the rules that we can work on. Okay, so the suggestions for the roles that we can apply for, let's use AI to do that. So I'm going to write, I have experience, sorry, in operations, LMS creation, content management, and delivery, data analysis. Okay. I'm a good team player. Let's write that way. Good communication skills and confident. Now, if you have done some specific certifications, you can write about that over here. Okay, so you can just mention about whatever certificates you have done. It can be, if you have any IBM certificate, if you have any other professional certificate, your degree, all these things you're going to mention over here, so that we can get a clear suggestion of the roles according to the role profile that we are going to build. Okay, so I'm going to write some certification name over here. Certified Microsoft trainer, Intel innovation trainer. And likewise, you can write, certain other certification. I've written certain certifications now. Let's now ask my ChatGPT to suggest the rules that I can apply for. All right. can you suggest me the roles that I should apply for? Okay. So now let's see, based on this little information, what kind of roles ChatGPT is going to give it to me. And then the next step will come is to build the CV according to those roles so that you can apply for those roles from that CV itself. Okay. I'll tell you why it matters and what is the difference it creates. Okay. So it says program manager, learning and development manager for me, training program lead, operations manager, education partnership, or implementation manager. Okay. These are certain roles that I can see from here that I should be applying for, right? If I've also worked in data and I've also worked in AI, so it will suggest me the roles based on that as well, right? It When it comes to technology, even I have the roles where I can apply for the tech based roles, cross functional as well, operations lead, project management, and etc. So you can see all different types of roles that are present over here that I can actually apply for. Now, how is it helpful? Because when you go to LinkedIn or let's say Naukri or Internshala or any other platform wherein you are going to apply for a job, you as a person, we as a person, we do not know which role we should apply so that my CV at least gets shortlisted so that I can sit in the interview. So first step should be cleared, right? Next will come your soft skills. When using your soft skills, you're going to clear your interview along with the knowledge that you have created and the knowledge that you have gained, because in that 30 to 40 minutes of interview, not everything from your knowledge base is checked, but how you've approached your during your experience different types of tasks or problems, that's what is going to actually help you out, right? Help you out in giving better answers also in the interview. So as the first step, let's learn to figure out what roles should I apply for so that my CV at least gets shortlisted. All right. So now that I have these roles, we can go to LinkedIn and then we can search for those roles in different organizations. So if you all have followed this step, can you all quickly tell me what are different types of roles are being suggested to you in the chat box? Just name a few. Software developer, data analyst. Okay, what else? Only two of you have done this. Technical support engineer, teacher or educator. Yes, project manager. All right. Web developer, SDE. Okay. All right. Now you have the roles, right? So whenever you're creating your CV also, your tagline should start keeping that in, the essence should be based on the roles that are suggested to you or the roles that you want to apply. Now, if you've got 15 different roles that you can apply for, you can shortlist the ones that you want to actually work on, depending on your interest areas. And after you get those roles shortlisted, the next step is to create your uh, CV. All right. So that's how your career GPS looks like. All right. Identify your strength, build your skills. Building skills means doing some courses, targeted courses, I would say, for specific work, for specific, job role or job description. Spot different types of opportunities that you can based on these skills and the strengths that you have, and then create your roadmap. So, for example, if someone wants to become an SDE2 or 1 in a very, in a big organization, or maybe in some product based organization or an IT field, then what you would be doing? You would you will create your roadmap that, okay, if I want to apply for, let's say, a trainee first, I'll do these certifications, get at least in the trainee role. Once inside the trainee role, these are the projects that I should be working so that I can again get promoted to the next higher position. And then what are other projects, works, or I would say even sometimes certificates also help when you are still in your working phase. So what are different types of certificates we can do so that we can again get promoted? So you must have seen that people do, take some work experience and then they do their MBA. This is the reason, because they create their career roadmap like that. So that is the only reason, and that's, you'll realize that your career is actually not a sprint. It does not get built in one day. It is a journey. You have to follow that step by step so that you can actually reach to somewhere which makes sense and which also gives you a higher, I would say, a better uh, version of what you were before. Okay. Okay, I can see few questions. So, definitely, Parag, I understand your question. What you can do in such cases is you can identify one or two of your strengths, and then you can build upon those strengths so that you have, let's say, this is that trait which is jack of all and master of none. So you can become master of one at least, and then it's always good to have multiple skills with you so that they'll help you to actually grow when you start working somewhere, right? So to get started you will need one domain, but to get going you will need multiple other things. Because if you see people at leadership, they not just build a product, they do marketing also, right? They do implementation also, they do execution, they hire people, so that means recruitment, HR work also they are going to do. They're building the culture. So if you see the leadership roles, if you see the top managements in any organization, they're not bound by one skill mostly, right? They have one core domain and the rest is followed so that they can actually grow in that domain, right? So that skills, that means one skill has to be figured out and then worked upon so that you can build entire other skills that you have. Okay, so that's a very relevant question. I think most of you should have had. And this is how you'll use your AI is not used to just create CVs, because that is not going to help. It will never clear your ATS. You always have to build your CV keeping in mind your own strengths. Now, so Surya, coming to your question, if you do not have any skills, that is not at all possible. You are just overthinking, I would say. You have to go through your gut instinct. Okay, take 30 seconds. Think of three strongest talents that you have. It not necessarily means that you have, everyone is for the corporate world or for the government sector or for any other sector, development sector, any other sector that we are working in. Every other person has some or the other strong skills or strong uh, parameters that can be measured. So you have to identify those matrix first. Okay, you have to first identify those things and do not overthink in that sense. So if I ask you quickly, what are you good at? It even can be cooking, it can be traveling, it can be blogging, it can be any other thing, it can be strategizing, it can be problem solving, it can be developing, right? So everything is a skill over here. So you have to think for that quickly, draw your skills, identify three of them, and then use AI to align that with certain job roles so that you can again start upskilling yourself so that you build your skills stronger. So the next time when I ask this question, you at least have good, um, I would say you have a strong and a confident answer for this question. These are not life decisions, these are just giving you certain advice. We generally, when we I would say, whenever we start our careers, when it comes to studies, etc., we do ask people who have learned more than us, maybe who have the knowledge of the world, etc. So when you can get it through an AI as well, because they are they are real time, right? They're working right now, they're getting trained, so they see the trends, they see the future requirements and the future trends also. So that is where the suggestions is a must. We can take the suggestions and understand that they are suggestions. The decisions are to be yours. All right. So, all right. Now, now that if we have understood that how to identify the strengths, use it to identify what all places I may fit, right? Now let's learn how networking power plays and how we can use our networks for that. So even before the CVs, what all you can use? What are the other things that you can use? These are LinkedIn's. And it's not a myth that the recruiters don't contact you via LinkedIn or any other job posting websites. They do. Depends on uh, how much of an experience that you're showing on your LinkedIn and how good is your LinkedIn. All right. So we always have to make that move to create a very good LinkedIn intro, the about of your LinkedIn, why I'm saying, because this is the most popular platform. There can be 5 to 6 other platforms that you might be using. You can use the same there. All right. So now what you have to do is you have to think of uh, different types of LinkedIn intros. All right. That you can put. Now, since we have AI, we are going to use it to leverage that feeling. But then I would like you all to think of how you're going to introduce yourself to me so that you want me to get hired. So you're going to present yourself to me. So think of those skills that I would want to hear, right? Or maybe the field of study that you must have done, or maybe the things that you're passionate about, right? So I want these informations to be pitched to me in a message over here in the chat box. So how you're going to pitch yourself in just, I would say, 2 to 3 lines, just a short introduction that is brief but is so strong that I cannot take my eyes off it. Okay, it should not get ignored. So I want you all to put your words in this particular chat box, and then we'll use AI to leverage that and make it even better so that we get highlighted. All right. So quickly, I'm going to give you 10 to 30 seconds. You need to put in your pitch over here in the chat box. Remember, whenever we are pitching ourselves, we first tell about our names. That means our introduction, personal information. Then we tell about the field of study or whatever degree you must have done, because that also plays uh, a significant role. And then what you might have worked on, the projects, or if you haven't, if you're a fresher, that what you're passionate about. If you're passionate about something, what you have done to enrich that passion. So if you have done any certificate, if you have collaborated with someone, or if you have created something, you tell about that. So everything that you say has to be backed by a fact. Okay, if you say that I want to become an app developer, what type of apps you have built or at least have tried, those you have to mention. Okay, so you can also mention about your college projects, right? The end of semester projects that you do, maybe your friends group made something, or you heard about something, or features that you like in app that you would want to enrich. So something that is backed by logic and fact, you have to give it. So, okay, I'm going to get the answers now. I'm getting some answers over here. Let's see. Okay, I can see Sakshi's reply to me. We have Sibani also. Okay, what about others? We have almost 170, 180 people over here. Okay. All right. So I can see certain answers over here, right? I can see Parag's answer, Yukta's answer, Sibani is there, and then we have Sakshi also. Most of you have said that. Okay, I can see Yukta's answer is pretty good. Even Parag's is still fine. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So here they're telling about themselves. I hope everyone is able to access the chat so that you can also see how others are replying to you. So Yukta says she has done CSE, BTech in CSE, and a data analysis and machine learning student. And I've made many projects like music recommendation systems, heart disease predictor, etc. That's a very good start, right? Because every word that she said is backed by a fact. So if she says that she has worked in data analysis or she's a student of data analysis and machine learning, then there are projects that she has been working on, right? It can also be an incomplete project, but at least something that we are doing to make sense, right? So that's the entire goal of this. Now I would like all of you to answer a few more, all of you can just give me a few more answers in the chat box. Yes. So now I see the difference in the answers, right? Understood. Now, why I'm saying this is because you will see the difference in yourself. Anyone who is just telling me that I'm passionate about data analysis, but someone who is telling me that I'm passionate and I've worked on this thing will make more sense to me and will actually highlight those skills to me in a better way, right? Because someone has working knowledge of it or at least have started working on it, right? So that I, as a recruiter, will not have to put a lot of resources in training that student. At least they have some knowledge, working knowledge, or some experience working with that particular software, maybe a skill, maybe a certificate that you've got, etc. So that's how you're going to build your LinkedIn bios. So if you all have it right now, so you can also, like, if you have access to your LinkedIn, you can do it right in the class itself. Now, you will not put the message directly what you have written over here in the chat. You can just put the same message, copy and paste it in your AIs, and then you're going to ask it to just make it more, I would say, effectively how it can be, a little bit modified. We can use those words, a little bit of modification to be done by Chat GPT. That means you just have to use AI to optimize what you're actually saying, not completely changing it, but just optimizing your own words at a certain level so that you can make it more professional, well worded, and having right technical words for that. Okay. So just use it quickly and then write those messages in the chat box so that we can also see what difference an AI makes and what we have written. Right. So you will see the difference between the two things completely. Can you do it quickly? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few of your answers that you have created on your own without GPT, I believe. And I'm going to put it on my GPT so that you can see it on my screen also. Okay. Some of you can see it on my screen. So let's say I am taking Vani's message. All right. Yukta, now we have to make a little bit of changes over here. Firstly, whenever we are doing anything professional, we do not use the emojis. So ask your chat GPT not to use it. Okay. So let's see how we can do it. That's the power of prompting. Okay. So if you are good at prompting, most of your things will be sorted. So I have just copied Vani's statement. Optimize this to make a LinkedIn bio, keep it professional, and short. Only this much. And now let's see. Okay. So what was the Vani's actual statement? It is, I'm Vani, I'm from Delhi, doing my graduation from AUD currently in second year, and I have skills in Excel presentation and recently joining NSS. Okay, there are certain grammatical mistakes. Along with that, a little bit of spelling mistakes and a here and there. Professional check has to be done. Now let's see what is LinkedIn bio, which is created by an AI and is optimized. I'm Vani, an undergraduate student at AUD, currently in my second year. I'm developing strong skills in Excel, presentations, and teamwork, and have recently joined the NSS to contribute to community initiatives and leadership activities. I'm eager to learn, collaborate, and grow through impactful projects and professional opportunities. Now, do you see the difference? Every word that has been said is backed by some fact. For example, if she has joined NSS, why she has joined NSS? To contribute to community initiatives and leadership activities, right? If she says that she is a second year student, these are the skills that she is developing because she is a fresher, right? So it is in development. She cannot be a person who has worked in data analytics for like 5 years. It cannot be the case. It can be a learning process. So these are the things that has been done. It could have been much better if we put in some, let's say, some sort of uh, more skills or particular skills from Excel. Let's say, it can be DAX functions, it can be accounting in Excel, it can be automation in Excel. So giving specific information. But that of course gets developed when you have a lot of experience and when you start working on projects or maybe creating your own dashboard. So you can even write, i I am developing strong skills in Excel's presentation and teamwork. In Excel, I'm passionate about creating AI based dashboards or automation, all these things. So that's how you specify your details exactly, so that your bio becomes catchy enough for the recruiter to actually go and say that, okay, this is the one that I may go and find and get into. I hope you understood. Is it making any difference in how you have been thinking so far and now? Everyone? So, till the session so far, have you learned anything new? Tell me, does this make any sense to all of you? It does, right? Okay. Because what I'm telling you is the other side. You have been applying as an aspirant. I'm telling you as the other side, from the recruiter's perspective, what I'll be looking for, right? So these are the things that I'll be looking for. Specific details, professional things, right? Professional words. And I would say more and more of hands-on. Even if your degree is not from a very big college, but your project should be good enough to actually that, if there is one person who is from, let's say, an IIT who is doing certain work in an organization, your experience, if the degree is not matching, if the college is not matching, then your experience should match that level, okay, on whatever field you are in. So that's how you have to build it, and that does not get built in one day. So that's how you have to at least get started. All right, so these are few things that we should know about using AI. In the same manner, we will be creating, we learn to create our CVs, resumes, and even the LinkedIn profiles. Right now, we just learned how to write about in our LinkedIn, but there's too many things on LinkedIn, right? Experience, writing about the certifications, if you have done any other project, posting, networking. How will you network? If you're approaching some managements in different organizations to refer you, or maybe you are asking them that, if there is any position, would you like to refer me, etc. What they look at your LinkedIn profile, isn't it? And if the profile is good, they'll definitely ask you to share their CV, and then you'll start getting the shortlisting call for the interviews. And then interview is a thing wherein your soft skills works the most, rather than whatever knowledge you have gained. That means how you're presenting, even if the smallest things that you have done, how you're presenting those skills, that matters the most. And how you're able to not exaggerate, I would say, but at least put it in a way that, okay, that makes a lot of difference in your entire personality and the resume that you have. All right, so that is the idea of today's session. So the end of the discussion till now is, we always, keep this as a takeaway also. We always keep a planned hustle, not just randomly we are grinding. Everyone is hardworking. There are many people who work so hard, but we have to just do a little bit of smart work with all the hard work that we have. Okay, it won't be like just with smart work you will be able to reach to a certain level. No, you will have to grind, you will have to hustle, but do it in a planned manner. Create roadmaps. You should have a planner. You should have put in some efforts to plan your own journey, because that's what you have to live with now for the next 30 to 40 years. So you have to plan it accordingly, and then keep building on it, one after the other, one after the other, and it will make sense at the end of the day. All right, so for this, you should always remember three keywords: intentional directions, timeliness, like I would say timeline awareness, and continuous progress. Okay, when I say intentional direction, that means every decision that you are making, you can only get suggestions either from a person who may be your senior, who may be your mentor, or an AI. They are just suggestions, but decisions should align with your bigger picture, your bigger goal, what exactly you think. So that's the main question that you must have heard in a lot of YouTube videos and maybe in the interviews. Where do you see 5 years down the line? Don't you see that question, right? Why is that asked? Because they're actually looking for what intention you have in joining that particular firm or the role or doing that particular project, right? So what is the intention behind it? Is that particular project going to help you in any way in developing what you're thinking of after the 5 years? If yes, then you have to create a timeline. Timeline awareness means you know what to achieve by when. If a project, a certificate has to be completed in 10 hours, it has to be completed in 10 hours. A project has to be done in these many days, it has to be done in these many days or months or whatever timeline you have. Keep a timeline in check so that you have that back of the mind, you have the task completing mentality also, wherein after one completion of the certification, suppose you have done a certificate on data analysis, my next goal is to do a project on data analysis. Now, the projects can also be dashboards. I want to do one in accounting, one in Power BI, so that I can figure out which zone is the one that I actually want to work on, right? Doing those projects. Then, if you figure out one or two places, then you go deeper into that and keep on upskilling yourself so that you become the master of that one skill that you are trying to develop. So, a timeline should be there so that you can enrich your skills in a timely manner, and you're not late in applying to any other place. Okay, and then continuous progress is what I talked about already, is that every time you're doing one thing, a certificate, a course, anything for that matter, always remember, only that certificate batch or that paper is not going to let you anywhere. Even without certifications, people having the skills have got to higher management. I have seen that. How? Because they upskill themselves, they have working knowledge of the things. So if you do a certificate, if you do a course, then having the experience on that particular course is also equally important, if not more. Okay. So that has to be your plan. That has to be the planned hustle. You're working hard, but in a planned way, not just randomly doing 100 things altogether. It does not make sense. All right. So that has to be your key takeaway from this part of the session. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Okay, great. What do you think are the future skills or future job roles going to look like? So I call these skills the skills that pays the bills, because this is going to be the future. It is not that non-tech students, what the non-tech students would do. No, you just have to upskill yourself a little bit so that you at least know how to use these platforms, right? If I say artificial intelligence, one is being a user of artificial intelligence, other one is being a creator of artificial intelligence. If I'm not an AI ML engineer, that does not mean I'll not have a job that requires AI. So we have jobs which requires AI as the use case also. Have you heard about prompt engineering, everyone? Prompting is powerful. You have to learn how to create good prompts so that your work is done by an AI. So your jobs definitely will not get replaced by an AI, but the person who knows how to use AI definitely will, right? So all of you who are from non-tech background need to make sure that you are not worried that, okay, what's going to be with me? No, not at all. You just need to learn prompting properly. We are not saying that prompt for codes. We don't want codes from non-tech students, but whatever background you are in, let's say you are from policy making, or you're from strategic policy making, government strategies, making proposals, you are program manager of something, in those roles also there is a huge chunk of your work can be done by an AI, which can give you creative insights, which can help you. So at those places you can use. For tech students, I'm sure that all of you must already be aware of cybersecurity, because now data is power, data is money also. So cybersecurity, data analytics, everyone who is trying to be in tech domains and have any sort of interest in these fields should definitely go on with it, right? Digital marketing, right? All these things are, I would say, these are the fields that are booming, and recruiters are looking for such people who can do the roles. And for everyone, this is using good prompts. There are different ways of prompting also, like crafted prompts, etc. So learning how to prompt properly in particular way, in particular manner, giving specific details, and then what are different types of prompts that we can have. So all those things you have to learn, right? So these are certain skills that will actually take you a long way. All right. Now, talking about the soft skills, this is your secret sauce. Because what I said, your CV having all the hard skills can get you shortlisted, but your soft skills will get you selected. So you have to think that whether you want to become a person who just gets shortlisted but does not get selected. If you want to be that, then it's going to be a tough time. But then developing soft skills. I heard a lot of you, I saw some of the messages that I know English, but I am not confident in saying right. I have good communication skills, but um, I do not open up with a lot of people. So developing those skills is very important. Most of your work can be done by good communication skills. Most of your interviews can be cracked by just having good communication skills, if you even do not have relevant other hard skills, because hard skills can be learned, right? Today the world has been so I would say glorious that we have every course is available on YouTube for free, and there are platforms like IBM SkillsBuild wherein you can get things for free, of course, right? So every skill, if you definitely want to do it passionately, you can learn it online and from different spheres that we have. But soft skills are the one which will take time, and these are the ones that gets you selected, gets you promoted, gets you to the higher level as well, and makes better out of you. Communication skills, collaborative thinking or collaboration, that means teamwork, problem solving attitude, and critical thinking or critical thinkers are the ones that are, I would say, the skills which are seen in the interviews, which are asked mostly, which are assessed whenever there is any promotion, whenever there is any type of job recruitment or interview call or an HR call. These are the skills that you should develop. So if you think, some of you might think that you're not confident in any or many of these skills, we need to develop these. They will get developed when you work collaboratively, right? So if you're in college, working in teams, at least communication skills, critical thinking, you guys can develop over there. Problem solving attitudes. This is an attitude problem if we can't think of, if we can't be a problem solver, because whether I want to just point out that, okay, to my manager, let's say, this is the problem that I see, and this hinders my entire process or my entire operation. Or I want to be the person who says that this is the problem and I think this can be a solution. Let's try it out so that let's see if I can mitigate that issue. So there is a difference between the two statements, and we have to identify which one makes the difference. Of course, all of you will say the second one because I also give a solution to the problem. So we also have to become a problem solver. So these are the skills which will get you selected. Remember, all your soft skills are the ones that gets you selected. If you do not have right technical skills, you can get developers who can do your work, right? But if you do not know how to make strategic decisions, how to think in a problem solving manner, then it is going to be a tough task, right? So even if you want to delegate a work to someone, we'll have to think it in that way, right? So these are the skills that if you think that you're not confident at, start building. All right. I think on your IBM skills build also, you must have some or the other course on this, or you can develop it amongst, amongst your friends group. You can start communicating in English if you think that English is going to be the power language, then obviously this is what you're going to work upon. Okay. Now, there are certain skills which are like game changer skills for all the tech students. I would like everyone who is from tech background, just put it over here. Maybe you can write your name, or maybe you can just give me a thumbs up so that I can see what is the bifurcation of the two groups. Are all of you from tech background? No, right? Yeah. So see, like I said, AIML, data analytics. For data science, you require a lot of coding and other stuff. For data analytics, even a non-tech student can learn it, right? Because it is just a platform that you have to master, a software that you have to master. Digital marketing, even the non-tech students can do it. Project management, there is a professional certificate on project management, and that is a great certificate. If someone is PMP certified, they really get good jobs. Leaderships, right? So if you're from non-tech, these are the places that you can actually look for, and you can actually develop your skills accordingly. For the tech people, obviously you are all aware, AIML, data science, cybersec, these are your fields that you can actually work on. Because for development, when I say software developers, website developers, right, app developers, of course these are the skills that we should have, and these are the places where you start working so that you reach to the leadership roles. But now that the AI has taken so much over it, that you should also have other skills to uh, make your CV even stronger, right? Because an app, a website, those codes can be even given by an AI. So you should learn how to leverage AI so that it can do your task faster. Okay. So that's how you're going to plan the entire journey now. So these are certain skills that you guys can follow. I'm not saying these are the only roles, not at all. I just figured out few based on the trends from LinkedIn that I've seen, from the data that I have seen. These are certain skills that I've seen that are, you get a lot of jobs. If you put AI ML, you will see hundreds of job posting. If you see public speaking, many job posting like coordinators, like trainers, etc. If you put data analytics, a lot of job there. Digital marketing, hundreds of job there. So I'm just talking it in terms of the number of jobs that I've seen on LinkedIn. That means based on the data, but these are not the only places. So if you're from any other background, do not get disheartened with this. Okay. So the ultimate truth is that your degree is just going to be like an entry ticket, but then the skills that you're going to build are going to be a game changer. So I would like to know how many of you have actually started with the course, and how many of you have done a bit of your work in that. So you're all doing some project based learning, right? I want to know how many of you have actually started working on it. Or let's keep it that way. For your skills that you guys were mentioning to me, how many of you have done some course, some work to make those skills, uh, like leverage those skills, or maybe keep them, make them stronger? How many of you have done that? So if you say that someone has said that, I've done data analytics, someone has said that they are good at policy making or they want to work in policy making, what you have done to make this skill stronger? Okay, Karan, that's great. Created chatbots using IBM Cloud. That's what I'm asking. How many of you have done some work on the skills that you are actually looking for? Ranjita says working in NGO. Right. See, so that's what I'm saying. For anything that you're passionate about or you're looking forward to as your career, there has to be some work. Now, why this entire discussion happened for an hour? So that now you know that, okay, where I'm lacking, what I'm lacking, and what exactly do I need to add on? Because the next step is your CV creation. If you do not have these questions answered, then your CV is good for, I would say, it will not lend you a good place. Okay. So now let's learn how to create a good CV once we have all these informations with us. Okay. So we are going to leverage AI and use it as our free career coach, basically. All right. We learn how to optimize our resumes, how to prepare for mock interviews, and we can also use AI as a research assistant. All right. So when I say optimizing the resume, you just need to put your current resume, updated one according to what you think, whatever work you have done, your own resume created by yourself on a Word document or on a Google document. A resume that is created by your own hands, written everything on your own. All right, that's what I'm saying. Just mark my words. Your own resume, not a prompt on GPT. Your own resume. All right. Once you have your own resume, which tells about the degree, your marks, maybe the projects that you have done, the skills that you have, your education, everything in place, all different projects. There can be 10 projects, small projects, big projects. You're in college, right? You're just starting. It is your fresher journey that you have. Something that you have done in school, some extraordinary stuff. Maybe you have played for state, national, or maybe a district level, or you are a good sports person, you are a swinger, musician, etc. Even these soft skills, your hobbies matters a lot. These things Other than that, if you have done some certification, some courses, right, you can do that. If you were a volunteer in some program, you can do it. If you're a part of NCC, NSS, you can put it, right? All these information that you have gathered in 3 to 4 years of your degree, you can put it in a document. Then second is knowing the roles that you're going to apply for. Okay, so one resume is not used for all the jobs. Remember, you have to create a different resume for different types of job roles depending on the job description that we have. Okay, so there are, you saw that, I wrote 5 6 trends and the the skills that I have, 1 or 2 certificates. It gave me 15 to 20 job roles. But you also saw that it gave me different job roles for different types of segments also. So let's see it once. If I go here, do you see for edtech and training and program management, there are different roles that are suggested. When it comes to data and insight oriented roles, there are different types of roles suggested. Similarly, for tech and platform enablement roles, there are different roles. So for different types of skills that you might have, you can get roles, but that depends on, what all experience you're getting. Since you all are freshers, this much might not be required, but at least a few things, right? You will get different types of roles over there. And for the jobs that you're applying for on your LinkedIn, let's say you are interested in program management or program data and insights manager. Let's say you are interested in operations manager. That's what you'll be searching for on LinkedIn, isn't it? But these are three different things, right? Three different types of work. Now, if I want to apply in one, I cannot write everything in one CV. I have to optimize my CV so that I can, if I'm applying for operations manager, more highlight would should be on operations manager. That means operations based role that I have done from my experience, not somewhere like randomly it's AI should put it. No, we should not change the work that we have done. Little bit of optimization is done so that they can do a little bit of word play for your resume. Similarly, if you want to apply for data and insights role, then obviously you cannot put the operations manager CV over there, right? You can put it as something that you have done, but the highlight of your CV should be data, analytics, insights, automation. These things should be the highlight. So the wordplay has to be done in your CV that we sometimes you're not able to do, sometimes you're able to do. So in such cases, we use our chat GPT. Okay. So creating your CV, getting it optimized from the GPTs. So that has to be the task. All right. Internship resume is the one wherein if you have done something in your college, degree, some course, and some type of volunteer experience, if you have, those things are generally put in internship resume because you are a complete fresher and you are going to learn in an internship. Job resume is you're going to use that internship also to tell that, okay, I've done an internship in this particular role. Now I want a job for that role. So it will be a little bit promoted version of whatever resume that you already had, right? So these are the key differences. Understood what we are trying to do here? So if I found out of 15 jobs, 4 or 5 of them I would be interested in joining, then we'll go to our LinkedIn, search for those roles in different organizations, look for their job descriptions, their JD, what are different types of skills that they require, and get it aligned in my resume. Okay, so that it is not giving anything like an AI generated resume which does not make sense, which is something that you haven't worked on. Not at all. You put in your own data and get it only optimized. That's the word. All right, that's the key word for prompting to an AI to create a good resume. Once you follow these steps, you can get a good resume. I can show you some examples. You all can do it also along with me. All right. So We'll come to ATS, Shreya. Just give me a few minutes. Now, what I want from all of you is, can you just quickly, or you can do it later also, create your own document which has the information about you, everything in and out, that has to be put on in on a resume, and then look for the job roles that we first saw in our first activity, and then get your CVs optimized. Generally, all the CVs that you that you create online with an AI, they are ATS friendly. Okay, but the keyword that you can also write in your prompt is ATS optimized resume, so that your ATS score is not getting hindered. Now, how to check your ATS score? For that, there are multiple websites that we can use. So you can just write resume score or ATS score, something like that. Any website that you get. Okay. Let's say we go to enhance CV. I'll try and upload some CV over here. Give me a sec. I'll just stop screen sharing for a minute. So this is just an example CV that I have created. Okay, not an original one, but I have now put my CV in this particular ATS code checker. It will analyze my CV, okay, extract my skills, generate some recommendations, etc. You can use any website, all of them are mostly free. Any website. Once your final CV is created, get its score checked over here. Anything above 70 is very, very good. Okay. Any score above 70 is a good score. See, mostly you won't get 90 plus or something. Anything above 70 is good. 90 plus sometimes look fake also when we are a fresher. So we have to keep it very minimal. Very good. Now this is an example so that I can show you what are the problems that you will see generally in your CV. Okay. So it says quantifying impact. That means in my resume, impact is less. That means if I'm talking about a role, the role description maybe, or I would say what kind of project has done in that particular role is not done properly or is not written properly. That's why the impact is there, is missing. Spelling and grammar, there can be grammatical mistakes, which is why my CV ATS score is less. Then comes the other section, like contact information, missing contact information. That means your email should be there, your phone number should be there. If you have LinkedIn profiles, you can put it over there, right? These are certain essentials for ATS friendly resume. ATS essentials, file format and size, that's good. The design. So if you see my resume, the design is column. Do you see? It is, if it is, sorry, not this one, but in my actual resume, there is a column based resume created, which is wrong. Okay. Every time you make sure or try to have horizontal bars in writing, do not make columns, do not give colors, right? Keep it very simple, very minimal, just like a normal resume. I'll show you a good resume also by the end of this session. Okay. So these things you have to highlight. Now, there are certain suggestions what can be tailored and what cannot be. If you want some job specific report or some job specific resume to be created, this platform gives that. So that's not something that we're looking for. These are the things that we have to actually enhance in our resumes. Now, let me show you some good resumes also. Like one very simple resume for, I would say, for a complete beginner. Okay, give me a second. Complete fresher. Okay, some projects done in school, etc. So you have these, I would say, these pointers that you can look up to. For example, telling about your profile, your education, projects that you have done, the skills that you have, the certification. If you want to add, you can add your hobbies or interest areas. That's going to be one more add-on to it. Okay. Generally, we keep our CVs when we are in college, one page, just one page, single page document, not even back and front and back, just one page document, keeping everything concise, all right, and very simple. Try not to keep columns, try not to give colors. All these are not ATS friendly resumes, all right. So these are the things that you have to make sure that you're keeping in mind before you're using any of these platforms. So if you're even using AI, make sure that you check the ATS score, keep it at least above 70, if not more than that, and then check what are problems are present in my in the ATS score and what is the recommendation. Work on those recommendation and fix it. Okay, so this is how you can build a good resume. I hope this is clear. Everyone? Okay. Now, there's one more thing that you can use AI for. Suppose you have built a good resume, it got shortlisted. The next step is to get hired, right? That means get selected in an interview. So you can use AI to actually leverage your interview preparation. That means for whatever job role you have, you put in the job description in the chat GPT and ask it to ask questions to you so that it can prepare you for the question and answer in the interview. So all those videos that you have been searching online and you wanted to learn that, okay, what are different types of questions that will be asked for this particular role, just use AI. It is just 2 seconds thing, right? Use AI, ask it to ask you questions one after the other. You are giving the answers, ask it to analyze your answers and modify those so that you learn to answer it better. Even those can be done. So just a little bit of practice, smart work, along with all the efforts that you're putting, will get you going. All right. So I hope that this is clear. Let me know if you have any doubt. I hope this part of the session is clear to all of you. Is there any question, any doubt? All right. So this is your attendance link. Now we are at the end of the session. So please scan the QR code, put in your attendance. Let me know if you have any feedbacks for the session. If you have any queries or questions, I can take a few queries over here from the chat box, and do give me your feedback so that we can, enhance our lectures from the next session. Did you enjoy today's session, everyone? All right. Please, all of you, scan the QR code, um, or use the link. I can share the link in the chat box as well. Sorry. One sec. Here's the link in the chat, or you can scan the QR code. Please provide uh, your attendance because that's required. Let me know if you have any doubt, any question, any query. And also let me know if the session helped you in any way. Ruxar, profile you have to create for all the portals. And in fact, if you want to apply for 3 or 4 different types of roles also, you should keep 3 or 4 different types of CVs ready for that.
Um, Hi, Sudhi.
Hi.
So I guess like students, I want to say that if students, if you have any queries, you can ask ma'am right now. You can use your chat box and ask ma'am to clear your doubts if you have any. And if you have, I can see a few messages coming. Okay, so if you are, if you do not have any questions, then we can wrap up the session. But I want students to stay back because we need to discuss about the learning plan completion also. So, okay. So these are the queries mainly related to the certificates. So I think we can wrap up the session uh, for Sudhi for now. So thank you so much, Sudhi Agarwal, for such an amazing and like insightful and engaging session. I am like sure they are going to get a lot of benefit from this first masterclass, and it is going to transform their placement preparations and everything.
All
And
right.
once again, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
yes, so you can drop off now
Yes.
if you, yes, if you
Thank you
want.
so
And
much. Have a great day.
yes,
Thank
thank
you,
you so
everyone.
much. Okay. Okay, students, those of you who have any queries related to the learning plan or any other thing that you finding it difficult to complete or anything, you can ask me now. And also, I want to ask all of you whether you have started working on your learning plan or not, because that is an important part of getting the final certification. So, I just want to know your answers. Like, have you started working on your learning plan? Okay. Okay, Riksha said that she has. Okay. So, okay. So today I will be sharing the query form as well with you all. If you find any section, anything difficult to complete, or you are finding anything that is like if you are finding anything error coming in your way, you can take a picture of that, screenshot of that, and you can upload it on the form. And I also am also getting a lot of questions regarding the orientation session. We are like working on the orientation recording part that we are like working on to share with you the recording. Until then, I hope the questions or the queries, if you have any, that we can address through the form. So I want all of you to like use the form, try the learning plan till we are ready with the recording and share it with you in the groups. Okay, Namia is asking how would you start the learning plan? So if you are in the group, Namia, then you will see that there are all the necessary links shared already, and you can click on the learning plan link and you can start working on the learning plan. But before that, there was a little activity we did during the orientation session, and that activity certificate you need to upload, and you have to complete the learning plan whole. Learning plan, all the three sections, and then you will get to download the completion certificate, which you again need to submit us on 13th of October. Please remember the date. 13th of October, you need to complete the learning plan and submit the completion certificate that you will receive only after completing all the three sections. Okay. Then after that, you will be eligible, and also you will get another assignment also to complete. Both of the things you need to complete and deliver it on time, and finally you will be eligible for the final certificate. Okay. So yes, I will share again today in the groups. Anyone who have missed the links or anyone who has joined late in the groups, I will share it again for you. But for now, please do ask me any question, any query that you have. Okay, uh, wait, I'm not able to see. Karan, what did you? I'm not able to find your message again. Like, can you type again about the CSR box not showing? If it is not showing in your profile, then please use. You can use the Google form that I'll share. Share the query there. We will address you and we will solve the issue there. Okay. Okay. So the certificate of how to transform your career, that particular activity, I will give you the screenshot of the certificate as well. See, it is very easy. If you click on the learning plan link, and if you go to the, you will see the whole learning plan will appear, and from there you will find three sections: section 1, section 2, and section 3. So if you go to section 3, if you click on section 3, you will see there's the first activity is the how to transform your career. So IBM SkillsBuild present how to transform your career. So there you need to click, and if you click, you will find 56 minutes long video. You need to watch that video, and once you are done watching the video, you will come back to the activity page that you have opened after clicking on how to transform your career uh, activity. There you will find these steps are already mentioned in the PPT also that I have shared. I will share it again. You can easily go through the steps and you can complete the step and you will get the certificate. The picture of the certificate is also on the PPT. It is uploaded there. I will send it again. Don't worry. And if any other issue is there, you need to use the Google form to share your queries and we will solve it. We will review all your queries and we will help. We will try our best to help all solve all your queries. Okay. Okay. So let me ask you one thing. Okay. Is there anyone who is not in any of the groups? If yes, sorry. So if anyone is not in any of the groups, then please let me know. I will ask my team members to share the latest group link. You all can join there so that when I share again all the materials or all the PPTs, so all the PPT and all the links, you finally get to complete the learning plan and submit your attendance form and everything. Is there anyone who is not in any group? Okay, so I am asking my team members, kindly share the group 4 link here in the chat box so that the students who are not in any groups, they can join. Namia, or actually, all the links are already shared. But if you are not in any group, my team will share the link of group number 4. You can join the group and then I will share the links again, all the materials again there. So it will become easier for you to access the links. Yes, so link came to join the class. We have shared links before the masterclass, but if you scroll up, you will see the links are already shared. After orientation, we have shared all the links there, the PPT as well. So you will find those who are already in the groups, you can easily find the like PPTs and all the related links there. Yes, because your completion certificate submission day is on 13th of October. So yes, you need to first complete your learning plan. All the three sections, then download, claim your badge, then download the certificate. How you can claim your badge? There's a video in section 2. If you go to the section 2 and if you click on the first activity, career management essentials, there you will see there are videos that will guide you to create your credly account, and by creating one you can claim your badge, and I advise all of you to claim the badge within 30 days after you complete the whole learning plan. Okay, so the group link has been shared in the chat box. Please join the group uh, by clicking on the link, and I will share all the materials again with you all so that you complete the learning plan. Any other question, students? Any doubts you have? For now, you need to submit your attendance form. I want all of you to submit your attendance form. Business skills in that. Okay, so see, doing one activity is not enough. You need to complete all the activities that has been asked to complete in the learning plan. Like in section 1, you need to complete 2 activity. There are 4 modules, but you need to click 2 activities and complete. And then in section 2 you need to complete the first activity, career management essentials. And when you go to section 3, there is the first activity which we already completed during our orientation session. If you haven't done the during the orientation session, you can do it again. And once you are done completing all the sections, you will get to download the final completion certificate and your claim your badge as well. Okay. uh, Attendance form link is not, if it is not opening, I think there might be some network issue, but I want you to clear your browser again if you are finding any difficulty, and you can try again. Okay, students, is there any question, any more doubts or questions that you have? Otherwise, like, if you find anything difficult after we wrap up the session also, you can always reach out through the form. I will share the form. You will see in the message I will mention query form. So beside that, there will be a link. You can click on the link. You can share your doubts, even pictures if you got stuck anywhere. Okay, Niju, I have already discussed that if you go to the learning plan, if you enter the learning plan by clicking on the learning plan link, there you will find activities, modules that will guide you to create your Credly account. So the creation of Credly account, this particular activity you will find in section 2, first activity, career management essentials. That is a batch course. So once you click on the career management essentials, go to the career management essentials, the first 2 activity talks about how you can create your Credly account. That video will guide you to create your Credly account, and then you will easily be able to create one and claim your badge. Yes, definitely. You can share it on your LinkedIn profile. If you have already completed your learning plan, see, there are students who are sharing that they have completed their learning plan on particular of a particular course. So they now can earn the badge and they can directly attach it on their professional profiles like LinkedIn. Okay. If you can check the attendance form, it is already shared in the group, Vani. If you are not in the group, you can see the group link. The group number 4 link is shared already in the chat box. You can click on the link. You can join the group number 4 of placement assistance. So, because I'll be sharing all the materials again after we wrap up the session. Okay, those who are finding difficult to fill the attendance form, I can see only one or two finding it difficult. You need to clear your browser. You make sure your internet is running properly. Then you can again try after some time and fill the attendance form by today. And please, I want to remind all the students that like there are other students as well who have signed up for this course and they have not joined the Zoom link meeting. So do let them know that being consistent is important to get the final certificate. And also, if they are not able to join due to some personal issues, they can uh, take reference from the materials that we will be sharing in the group, and they can easily watch the master classes on YouTube because we went live there also. So they need to complete all the steps, whatever is being asked, and deliver it on time. Then they will be eligible to get the final certificate. Inform your batchmates, your friends. You need to complete the section under section 3. There is the first activity, IBM Skills Build present, how to transform your career. Shreya, this is for Shreya. During our orientation session, we have completed one activity from the learning plan. The activity is under section 3. When you will click on the learning plan link, you will see there are 3 sections. If you go to section number 3, you will see the first activity, which is the IBM Skills Will Present, how to transform your career. If you click on that, you will see a 56-minute long video, which teaches you how to like transform your career. There's a whole video on that, and you can watch the video, come back to the activity that you opened, and you will see there's an option. Like there you will find, if you are using it, if you are completing it on your phones, then you can see there's a 3 dot on the right hand side above. If you click on that after watching the video, you will find the option view completion certificate. So by clicking onto that, you will get your certificate. That certificate you need to save or take a screenshot of, and then fill the attendance form, upload the certificate there. These steps are clearly mentioned in the PPT that we have already shared in the group, and today again I'll be sharing. So you can go through the orientation PPT, the orientation deck. There you will find the picture of the certificate that you need to take screenshot of and upload. And also, that's how you can fill the attendance form. It is very important for you to mark your attendance. So, somebody is asking me, what is the future of use of the certificate? See, these certificates are directly issued by IBM, so it is globally recognized. So, when you will be going for any interview, like ma'am said today, how beautifully she has explained the perspective of the recruiters, what they look for in a candidate, right? So, there, you can use this certificate to demonstrate your skills. You can use these badges on your LinkedIn profiles, because nowadays students, candidates are getting highly recruited through these professional profiles. So you can definitely link it on your professional profiles, the badges, the certificates. And whenever somebody will come across your profile, it is going to add a great value, because it shows that you have completed a learning plan on a particular course. Then you have learned certain skill sets, right? When you will enter the learning plan, you will see there are a lot of modules on different topics. Okay. uh, which is which is related to the course that you have signed up for. So once you complete that, that is a proof. The completion certificate is a proof that um, you have the skill sets. Okay. During orientation also, I have shared this with students that uh, we have we all have skills, but sometimes we need to take reference from this and that practical scenarios to show that we have certain skill sets. But this certificates is our proof that we are good at it. The skills that we are claiming that we are good at, the certificate makes it adds value to it. Okay. It becomes automatically authentic. So that's why this certificates are of great value. You need to keep on learning on the platform. There are a lot more other courses that might um, uh, like grab your attention also. You might like other courses as well. So for now, you have signed up for this course. So completing the learning plan, claiming the certificate and badge will add great value to your CV and your to your professional profiles. That is because of network issue. The form is sometimes opening and sometimes not. That's why I'm asking you to like clear your browser, give it some time, then try to fill the attendance form today only. But you can give it some time, then you can try again. Try to complete it by today. Okay. Uh, it will be active till today. Till I think 9:30 like that. So I want you all to like complete the first activity and submit your attendance from the particular activity that is mentioned in the orientation deck that I am going to share. Okay. Uh, and how to mark attendance. Okay. So if we do not have any other questions, then we can wrap up this session now. And for any other queries, you can reach out to us through the query form that I'm going to share. So don't worry, we are here to help you. But do make sure that you are attending the Masterclass 2. Regarding the Masterclass 2 information that we are also going to update you in the group and over mail as well. So make sure to check your email IDs if you by chance skip your WhatsApp messages. We will update you on Masterclass 2. Be consistent. That is going to help you complete your course smoothly. Okay. Are we all done? Like, is there any other question or we can wrap it up? Okay, I want your reaction so that I am also sure that you all are quite like clear now. Okay, I can see thumbs up. Okay. So don't worry. You start working on your learning plan. For the attendance form, you need to complete the activity. That information I'm sharing again in the groups. So it is very easy. Don't worry. All you need to do is go through all the materials and videos properly. You will be able to complete everything smoothly. Okay. So we can now end the session. Thank you so much for joining. Is there like we have to do any particular like section? Okay, in section 1, you need to choose 2 activity among 4. You can see there are 4 activities mentioned, modules mentioned. Okay, from that you will only have to do two activities from section 1. From section 2, you need to complete the first activity, career management essentials. In section 3, the first activity, IBM skills will present how to transform your career. That's it. And everything is mentioned clearly in the orientation deck that I am again going to share in the group. So don't worry. Yes, if you want to do all four, that's great. You can do it. There's no such restriction that you cannot do it. You can definitely suction. Okay, then if we are done, then we can wrap up the session. Thank you so much, students. Looking forward to see you all in Masterclass 2. Thank you. Thank you so much.